on the allotment. It's very hot out here. We have got a breeze, which is nice, which makes it seem a little bit cooler. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to plant out the onions that I sowed from seed. They're doing very, very well. There's also other stuff in this. There's kale in this tray, which is not quite ready to go out. But there's my onions there. Okay. Some of them are a little bit too small to go out, but most of them are okay. When they're about 4 inches tall, then I would suggest then you plant them outside. So I'm just going to go through how to do that. Now you can see that I've got a line down here, because if we don't put our line in, then obviously they go, well, anyway, I do, they go very, very wonky and they could end up all over the place. So I've just dug over, remove any roots or weeds or anything like that that's there. Now because this soil is quite dry, what I'm going to do, if you go down quite a way, there is a little bit of dampness. But not a huge amount. So what I'm going to do, because we've had it very wet, is I'm going to water it quite a lot before I put them in. If it hadn't been as hot as it has been in the last few days and the soil wasn't as dry, I would still have given it a little bit of a water before I put the onions in. So I'll just give it a good old soaking. And we'll just wait for that to go in. It'll take about a minute or so. Now the water's gone in, so I'm going to take the bigger ones first of the onions and plant them in. This is going to get a bit messy. Now if you want to wear gloves because you don't like getting muddy hands, then please do. You don't plant them like you would leeks, but you plant them very, very similar. So I'll just show you how to do that. Okay, so I've just got one here. Take a little bit of soil with it as well, but all you need to do is you need to just make a little hole, not a big one like you do with the leeks, because it doesn't need to go down that far. So make a little hole with your finger, and in fact actually the water is still down there, which is good. It's about 1 inch deep, and then just pop it in. Because remember, this is going to bulb up here, and when you plant onion sets you don't plant them that deep, you plant them just below the surface. So we'll just pop it in there and then we'll just cover it up like this. Okay, it most probably won't stand up, but obviously after it's had a bit of a drink, and then it will, after maybe a few days, it should stand up. Now we'll put the next one in, and actually that's too close, we'll put them about 4 to 6 inches apart. Obviously it depends how big you want your onions, because the further apart you sow them, then the more space they have to grow. So I'll just get another one. I've made a nice little hole in there. If there are any that are just too small, then just leave them in the compost, wait for them to get a little bit bigger, and then you can put them in. Okay, so we'll just pop him in there and then we'll just cover him up. Just like that. Okay, well I'll carry on doing those, and when they're big enough to harvest, then I'll show you. I've got quite a few here. I'm not going to do all of them today because some of them are just a little bit too tiny, oh dear, look, I've got a dirty top now, as a surprise. So I'll just do the bigger ones, and then I'll leave the other ones in the compost, and then I'll sow them when they're just a little bit taller. But I hope you found that useful, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.